A mother of two has been evicted and is now homeless, living in her car while waiting for her state unemployment benefits to come through.
News 8's David Goffredson spoke to the woman from her car where she's been living for the past 4 months.
I'm living in my car. I sleep in my car at night.
We're talking to Melissa Ledesma from the vehicle she's called home since February, after being laid off from her job as a stocking clerk because of the pandemic. She was then evicted from her home in Fresno.
I go to different cities to try and look for work. It's hard with gas. I recycle cans to get gas. I borrow a lot of money from my sister.
Melissa has 2 daughters, ages 9 and 10, who thankfully are living with a relative while Melissa waits for her unemployment benefits to come through. Her experience with the Employment Development Department has been, well, on and off.
It's awful. It's probably one of the most stressful things I've ever dealt with ever in my life.
For the past few months, her benefits would start and stop and start, and when they stopped again this most recent time, she was unable to reach EDD.
There was at least 2 months, two months straight that I couldn't even get through on the phone.
As it stands now, she figures EDD owes her about $11 grand in back benefits. What would $11,000 mean to you right now?
Oh my gosh. It would mean a house. It would mean a house for me finally. And my kids will be able to come home. I can't have my kids right now because I don't have a stable place to live. And it'll mean a home for me. My kids will be able to come home.
News 8 reached out to Melissa's state assemblyman in Fresno, Jim Patterson.
We have dug down to find out what the problem is, and we were told that there was a technical glitch, which is oftentimes the excuse that is given.
His office staff was successful in getting Melissa's case elevated to a top priority at the agency.
So we have driven this up to the highest office there, the director's office. We think that there's going to be a resolution, but I don't know if it's going to be today or not. But we're going to keep on them, and we're going to keep pressing them to do their job.
Now, we reached out to EDD last Friday, and we have not heard back from the agency regarding Melissa's case, but her state assembly person does seem to be making some progress on fixing the glitch. Marcella?
David, we have seen so many problems with the EDD over the past year. Is there any solution coming? It just seems we're getting email after email of people not being able to access the benefits they need to, in this case, survive and keep a roof over your head and for your kids. It's just terrible.
There are several bills making their way through the state legislature, and those are aimed at preventing EDD fraud. Now, Jim Patterson, the assemblyman, tells me he believes that EDD is a failed bureaucracy and it needs to be totally rebuilt from the ground up.
And anything that involves that is going to take a lot of time. Thanks so much, David.